Do you remember that moment? That quiet, honest moment when you helped someone, not for praise, not for recognition, but simply because your heart told you it was the right thing to do. No photos, no status updates, no one clapping. You didn't talk about it. You just did it silently, gently, and maybe even forgot it happened. And yet, somewhere deep inside, a part of you may have wondered, did it really matter? Did anyone even notice? Maybe you felt a little invisible. Maybe you thought your kindness disappeared into the background noise of the world. But I need you to hear this. It didn't. That moment, as small as it seemed, did not go unnoticed. The universe saw it. And not only did it see, it remembered not in words or trophies, but in light. That single choice you made to love, to give, to help, without needing anything back. It planted something. And right now, that seed is beginning to bloom. You are not here by coincidence. If you're hearing these words, it's because the universe has begun to respond. And if your soul feels it, that quiet sense that something is shifting, something beautiful is near, you're right. So let the universe hear you back. Leave a comment. I am ready to receive blessings from the universe. And while you're here, take a second to like this video and subscribe, not just to support the channel, but to stay close to the messages that were always meant for you. Now, pour yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, settle in somewhere cozy, and stay with me, because the story we're about to open may change the way you see everything. Part 1. The silent act of kindness and the universe's message. Gemini, do you remember that moment? That moment when you quietly stepped forward and reached out to help someone, even though no one asked you to, and no one promised to repay you. You didn't take a photo. You didn't write a status. You didn't tell anyone. You just did it, because something deep inside whispered, I have to do this. Maybe that day you were in a hurry, but you still stopped to help a stranger carry a heavy bag up the stairs. Or you sent a comforting message to a friend who was emotionally breaking down, even though you knew they would never bring it up again. Or maybe you gave up an opportunity, a job, a contract, or a spot, to someone you knew needed it more, without expecting them to remember or to thank you. All of it passed in silence. No fireworks, no applause, no recognition, except for one thing. Gemini, you think no one saw, but the universe did. The eyes of the universe miss nothing that comes from pure love. They are not eyes that judge or scrutinize every mistake, but eyes that seek out the moments of light created from the human heart. And that moment of yours was seen and was remembered. There is an invisible law that not everyone believes in, but it still exists and operates every single day. Every act of kindness, if done from a pure heart, creates invisible waves of energy. Those waves spread outward, crossing distances, crossing time, moving through realms the human eye cannot see. And one day, they come back, carrying many times the value and strength they had when they began. What's fascinating is that these waves only form when you do something truly selfless. No expectations, no ulterior motives, no thought of reward or recognition. They don't appear when you do something good just to get a like or a compliment, because that energy isn't pure enough to activate the magic. But when you give simply because your heart wants to, without caring about any watching eyes, in that moment, you plant a seed in the unseen soil of the universe. And Gemini, that seed is now sprouting. Have you noticed? Lately, everything around you seems to be quietly shifting. Unexpected opportunities appear, as if someone has placed them exactly where you'd find them. Doors you thought had closed suddenly crack open. Certain people show up, bringing advice, help, or simply the right words at the right time, making you feel warm and supported. Even situations that seemed headed toward a bad outcome are being gently resolved, almost like magic. None of this is random. These are the direct results of that moment you chose love over indifference. They are the universe's answer to you. Somewhere in the journal of the universe, that moment of yours is written in glowing letters as proof. This person can be trusted. This person knows how to give without asking. And when the universe finds a heart like that, it will find ways to open doors you never knew existed. Pay attention, Gemini. From now on, you will begin to notice subtle changes in the way life moves around you. You will feel more clearly a protective energy guiding you and bringing you closer to things you once only dared to dream of. You will find yourself in the right place, at the right time, meeting the right people, not because you planned it, but because the universe arranged it. And I want you to know, this is only the beginning. The positive shifts you're experiencing will only grow stronger. That act of kindness back then is like a small stone dropped into still water, creating ripples that spread far and wide. Each ripple will touch miracles, then return to you carrying gifts you never imagined possible. If right now you feel a faint joy, an intuition that something good is coming, trust it, because that trust is the preparation you need to receive it. And if you believe the universe is watching, ready to give you a special gift for the moment you live true to your heart, leave a comment. I am ready to receive blessings from the universe. Hit like and subscribe so you won't miss any message meant for you. Now, make yourself a cup of your favorite tea or coffee. Sit down comfortably, and let me tell you the story waiting for you ahead. A story that began with a moment you thought was small, but holds the power to change your entire life. Part 2. Why this changes your life. Gemini, we all know you are one of the most intelligent, quick-witted, and sharp-minded signs of the zodiac. You're great at communication. You know how to draw attention, and you've often been the center of fascinating stories. Your light naturally shines, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of your magnetic Gemini nature. But then there was a special moment. A moment when you chose to step away from the spotlight, set aside the need to be seen, and did something good, simply because it was the right thing to do. No cameras, no audience, no retelling. Just you, and an action that came from deep within your heart. Here, there is a very clear line, but not everyone is aware of it. The line between doing good to be seen and doing good simply because it's right. When you do something to be noticed, even if the outcome is still positive, the energy always carries a layer of expectation, expecting praise, recognition, or reciprocation. That layer of energy is like a thin curtain, preventing the wave of vibration from traveling farther. It touches a few people, makes a temporary impression, but soon fades away. On the other hand, when you do good purely because your heart urges you to, without needing anyone to know, without demanding gratitude, you step into an entirely different frequency of energy. This energy is pure, untainted by ego or calculation. It's like a small flame that ignites from within, carrying the power to transcend all limits of space and time. In that moment, you're not just helping one person, you're sending a powerful signal into the universe that says, I can be trusted. I place love and kindness above myself. And this signal, Gemini, never disappears. That moment lifted your soul above the ego, the part that is easily drawn to recognition and praise. You proved that your heart is bigger than your need to be noticed. This is the golden key that opens doors you cannot force open by human means, because the universe has a principle. Those who give unconditionally will always be given back many times over, not through logic, but through miracles. And here's the important part. These rewards cannot be achieved by personal effort alone. No matter how smart you are, how skilled you are, or how hard you try, there will always be things beyond your reach. But when you do what's right simply because it's right, the universe begins to intervene. It opens opportunities you could never hunt for, brings people you could never actively seek out, and arranges events you could never plan yourself. This is the reward for a heart that chooses love over self-interest. Take a moment to look back over the past few weeks or months, Gemini. Have you noticed that some things you thought were impossible suddenly became easier? That certain people showed up right when you needed them, even though you never called? Or that a new door opened, leading you down a path you'd never considered before? That is the universe's response. A response triggered by the moment you chose to give without condition. From here on, you'll realize that every decision made from the heart, not from the gaze of others, is an invitation for new miracles. And the wonderful thing is, this miracle doesn't stop with you. It spreads to those you touch, and they go on to plant seeds of kindness of their own. And so, the circle of light expands, and you, quietly, are at its center. If you feel what I'm saying, if you believe that pure kindness will always return to the one who gave it, leave a comment. I believe in the power of pure love. And don't forget to like and subscribe, so we can continue exploring the ways the universe is working in your life. Now, stay with me, because the next part will show you exactly how that blessing is being personalized for each Gemini group. Part 3. A personalized message for each Gemini birth group. Gemini. Everyone born under the season of Gemini carries their own story, their own rhythm. And you know what? The blessing the universe is sending this time also carries a unique fingerprint for each of you. No two are alike. But there's one undeniable thing in common. It all began with that moment when you planted a seed of kindness, quietly and unconditionally. Today, I want to open with you each letter the universe has prepared, each one written specifically for your birth date. For Geminis born from May 21 to May 31, this is a period when your intellect, quickness, and creativity will rise to a whole new level. In your work, you'll notice that doors once firmly closed will begin to open. It could be an invitation to collaborate from someone you once only admired from afar. Or it could be a creative project requiring a blend of your sharp communication skills and strategic thinking. Two of your greatest strengths. This isn't just about career advancement. This is affirmation that those times you helped others silently, without seeking recognition, have made you the right person to hold a position many dream of. You'll find yourself working not only toward personal goals, but also to lead, inspire, and pave the way for others. The universe is trusting you with opportunities not everyone gets to touch. For Geminis born from the 1st of June to the 10th of June, this blessing will come in the form of a special relationship. This person will not arrive to test you, won't force you to put on an act of perfection, and won't require you to wear a mask like in so many of your past connections. They will see, understand, and cherish your true essence, both your radiant sides and your fragile pieces. In a world where you've often had to adapt, change, and shift to fit in, their presence will feel like a safe sky, a place where you can be entirely yourself without fear of judgment. This bond won't just bring joy. It will be a deeply healing journey. They will help you believe that love doesn't have to come with conditions, and that you deserve to be loved fully for who you really are. For Geminis born from the 11th of June to the 20th of June, this blessing will come as an awakening to your life's mission. This is when the seemingly scattered pieces of your life will start to fit together. Experiences, good and bad, the people you've met, the challenges you've overcome, will suddenly take on new meaning. You'll understand why you walked those paths, why you've developed your unique skills, passions, and perspectives. Most importantly, you'll recognize your role in the bigger picture of the world. Once you know what you were born to do, every step you take will be steady, confident, and guided by a purpose that rises above personal gain. This is a priceless gift, because not everyone finds the answer to the question, "Why am I here?" No matter which group you belong to, all Geminis in this period will share one thing: a sense of being protected and guided by an unseen force. You'll see situations that once felt stuck suddenly turn around in unexpected, almost magical ways. A chance conversation, an unanticipated message, or a perfectly timed offer, each will feel like the universe's footsteps along your path. Even people who might have caused you trouble will either change their attitude or quietly step out of your orbit without causing disruption. What I want you to remember is this: this is not a fleeting stroke of luck. This is the return for the pure love and kindness you gave when no one was watching. The universe doesn't just give back what you've given, it multiplies it, enriches it, and sends it back right when you need it most. And each of these gifts, whether in the form of opportunities, people, or enlightenment, is an invitation for you to keep planting new seeds of kindness. So Gemini, open your heart. Welcome what's coming without doubt, because it has all been prepared for you. And if you believe your blessing is on its way, leave a comment. I open my heart to receive my blessing. Like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together, because in the next part, I'll show you how to spot the signs that your blessing is drawing closer every day, so you don't miss a single moment of this magic. Part 4. Signs your blessing is drawing near. Gemini, have you felt lately that everything around you seems to be softening? Problems that once stressed you now flow away gently, like a calm stream. It's not because you're ignoring or avoiding them, but because there's an invisible force adjusting the current of events, arranging them in a smoother way. You can't quite point and say, "This is the reason," but you can clearly feel the shift. This is one of the first signs that your blessing is approaching. When the universe begins responding to the seed of kindness you planted, things start to align, even if there are still many things you can't explain yet. Another sign, and perhaps the strongest, is a sense of peace for no apparent reason. Peace not because everything is perfect, but because deep inside, you believe that no matter what happens, things will be okay. It's like a quiet whisper in your heart telling you, there is a hand guiding the way. You wake up in the morning feeling lighter, without the heaviness you once carried. Worries don't vanish completely, but they no longer have control over you. Instead, there's a steady trust, as if you already know everything is being arranged in the best way for you. Then there will be unexpected moments. You meet someone seemingly by chance, yet they bring you advice, information, or even an opportunity exactly when you need it. Or you receive a message from someone you haven't spoken to in a long time, and that conversation opens a new path. Sometimes it's simply stumbling across a quote, an article, or a piece of music, but it sparks an idea or decision you've been searching for. These coincidences aren't really coincidences. They're the universe's way of signaling that you're on the right track. The important thing to realize is that none of these signs are random. They're direct responses from the universe to your pure heart. When you plant a seed of love and unconditional kindness, you send a clear message out: I am ready to be part of something greater. And the universe responds by shifting you into a new frequency, the frequency of protection and favor. On this frequency, what once seemed random now holds meaning. You'll notice that timing aligns perfectly. Not too early, not too late. Challenges no longer feel like traps meant to break you, but like stepping stones meant to lift you higher. And most importantly, you start to feel that you no longer have to walk alone. Even if no one is physically there, you can sense an invisible companionship, as if the entire universe is standing with you. Gemini, if you've been experiencing one or more of these signs lately, know that your blessing is very close. This is the time to open your heart even more, to be ready to receive, and to keep nurturing the energy of kindness and sincerity. Because when you're in this frequency, good things will find you faster, bigger, and last longer than you ever imagined. If you're noticing these signs in your life right now, leave a comment. I am ready for something good. Like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Because in the next part, I'll reveal how you can expand this blessing and turn it into a continuous chain of opportunities. Part 5. Expanding your influence and your new mission. Gemini. Sometimes, the moments that seem the smallest turn out to be the greatest turning points in a person's journey. Do you remember? That moment when you helped someone in silence, without an audience, without the spotlight, without a word of recognition. For you at the time, it was simply something that felt right, coming from the heart. But for the universe, it was a crystal clear signal, an energy code that proved you could be trusted. That act, Gemini, was only a test, not to prove yourself to the world, but to prove to yourself that you know how to place love and kindness above ego, above the need for acknowledgement. And you passed. Without saying much, you answered with your actions. You showed the universe that if you were given more, you would use what you have to keep spreading goodness. And that is why, right now, the universe is preparing to give you more resources than ever before. Resources here are not just material or financial, though those may arrive in surprising ways, but also mental strength, creativity, resilience, and ideas with the power to influence. You'll find that dreams you once put on hold due to lack of resources now have a chance to come to life. People you never imagined would support you will show up, ready to help you take bigger steps. They won't just offer assistance. They'll trust you to lead. Alongside this, the universe will open connections and opportunities for you to help more people. You might be invited into a community project, a creative group, or an organization where your voice and energy can reach far beyond your current limits. There will be moments that seem coincidental. An introduction, a meeting, a short conversation. Yet they will open doors for you to touch more hearts, and you'll realize your role is no longer just to receive blessings, but to become a blessing for others. Picture this. Every person you help carries your story further. A piece of advice, a word of encouragement, an opportunity you share. Each one is like a ripple spreading endlessly, reaching places you've never been. Slowly, you won't just stand in a small circle. You'll become the center of a network of light, where each connection is a person inspired and strengthened by you. But with greater resources and influence comes a new mission. The universe doesn't give you more so you can keep it all for yourself. It gives you more so you can stand in places where your decisions create real change. You'll find yourself sought out when someone needs guidance, when a group needs direction, or when a community needs a representative voice. And every time you're in that position, you'll remember that it all began with one silent moment. The moment you chose love without expecting anything in return. Gemini, prepare yourself for a chapter where each decision you make creates waves of impact. Don't shy away from responsibility. You've already proven you are humble enough not to abuse power and strong enough not to crumble under pressure. This is your time to merge those two qualities, humility and strength, to lead while keeping your heart warm. Remember, true influence is not about how many people know you, but about how many people change for the better because of your presence. This new mission will require you to keep your intentions pure, your actions consistent, and your patience steady as you plant seeds. And when you do, your circle of light will expand in ways that will surprise even you. If you feel ready to step into this chapter, where you are not only receiving blessings but becoming one, leave a comment. I am ready to be trusted. Like and subscribe, so we can continue this journey together. Because the path ahead for you is not just a story of receiving, but a story of giving, and in turn, receiving back far more than you ever imagined. So, if there's one truth you take from this video, let it be this. You don't need a perfect moment to be a light in someone's life. You don't need recognition, applause, or proof that your kindness mattered because it did. Every quiet act of love you've ever given was a prayer, a ripple, a message sent to the universe saying, I choose to be love, even when no one is watching. And the universe always replies, not always right away, not always how you expect, but always exactly when your soul needs it most. So the next time your heart nudges you to help, to show up, to give, don't wait. The world doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be present. It needs your energy, your kindness, your quiet strength. Because that small moment you think no one will remember, the universe is already writing it down in golden letters. If you've ever done something kind in silence, something no one saw but you still carry in your heart, share it in the comments. You never know who might be inspired by your story. And if this message touched something inside you, and you'd like to support this channel, you can tap the Super Thanks button to help us keep creating content that speaks to your soul. And before you go, if you feel the energy shifting in your life right now, don't stop here. There's another message waiting for you. You can click the video on the screen or choose any of our recommended videos in the sidebar. Whichever one your heart is drawn to next might just be the one the universe picked for you. Until next time, keep being the light. The world needs your energy. I'll see you in the next video.